a tic-tac-toe, all in a row. Dirty dry.
Shut your mouth. Ooh. Cooking. Hi guys.
We talk about your what do you call it? Your routine, your skin routine.
Nada. Not skin routine anymore.
Soap and water
Charcoal soap
and dry skin.
I feel like I'm being attacked. And I don't know why. I don't know why. It's not sitting well with my soul.
Hi guys, welcome back to the next video. So today we'll be doing our morning routine. So I go to the bathroom and I shower. Yeah, and
Stop
I
that
come out
lie.
and I put on my clothes.
You never brush your teeth?
No,
What's your face?
no,
Yeah, do.
no.
So if you hear any noise in the background, somebody are within you. The audacity.
Right, you should go there and talk to him, you know.
You go on. When are we have to go on? You older?
He may probably go and probably beat me up with his seat while you're out there the road copy go say.
Are we?
Me and him.
Come in your video.
We go right because when we go to call him now, when we go to say
Go turn around.
and he go turn around and be aggressive now. We go lick him back and we go kiss him.
Let me get it together.
Alright
guys.
getting it together.
I have to boil something. I don't know that's already.
You sure know your belly you want eye?
No, some belly not show. That's why I love that shirt.
Girl, the belly look flat. Wow, me I look down and me not see your
flat,
belly.
but the L is silent.
Oh, okay.
So, today is going to be one of those serious-ish video. Despite me neck I move like the people let me in the cartoon.
Trunks in your groove.
No, I like Static Shock. Remember the one guy that we can stretch and he neck just.
You watch so much cartoon, if you ask me.
Honestly, they help with my depression. So, today we're going to talk about something that is somewhat a heavy topic because depression. Hold on. Depression in the workplace is real.
You went on part 2 to this?
Practically.
Say that again.
Practically. We don't make no promises. Depends on the mood. Depends on the mood.
So we'll be talking about depression in the workplace.
Because you see, it's such a real thing, and here in Jamaica, persons act like depression doesn't happen or depression affect them. Let us take a little. So, talking about depression, right? So, what really is depression, and what are some words that are synonymous or similar to depression? So you have like sorrow, misery. You have people call it in a funk or the blues or whatever. However, look at the beard though.
Look here.
Wait.
Look here, you ever see a man with a
One
mother?
of those.
Shut up. Wait. A box here. You ever seen a mother plait your hair in a tree? So you wash your hair this man, you make 2 plait and then run at the back here so you catch the 2 plait and plait it in. Be a hot girl.
So anyways,
continuing.
One of the common words where or common phrases we use with depression is like doom and gloom and so on. But there's a lot more to it than that. Because especially here in Jamaica, it's nowadays that we're really focused on mental health, or more organizations, or there are more support systems for mental health. And in the workplace currently, I don't know about your workplace, I don't know about most workplaces, but the places that I've worked, there isn't really any support per se for somebody who feels depressed, because they're going to tell you that, hey, I know you feel tired or you feel stressed, but it's nothing, it's just a funk, you just need to get some rest or something like that. But it's a lot more than that, because in our personal lives, we have a ton of issues that are going on, and most Jamaicans would consider themselves religious. And yes, it does help to know the Bible, it does help to know what the Bible says, and to pray. But beyond even that, there is a lot more that's going on up here where you need actual help. And for me personally, I can speak about my experience. This week I am on basically vacation from work because I had literally a nervous breakdown last week. So best way to put it is that I was at work and I have been making silent cries that hey, I need some time off, I think I need some time off, but I didn't necessarily say it in those words because in my head I knew that I needed a vacation, but I didn't know to what extent, and I didn't know that hey, you're gonna have one breakdown, you're gonna have one moment where you're gonna be at your lowest. I did not know that. That's why I look for.
And one of the things is that you did kind of see the sign because you were a top performer and then you gradually go down a little bit. So then that is sign.
These days my bottom performer. so it's just a case that yeah, I saw the signs and I've been saying it to persons, but I haven't really said it to the relevant persons. And then that's one of the things with us as people who they work. We just break from this English thing. Honestly, you feel away, you know say you feel away, but in a Jamaica culture where we have, everybody will tell you say, hey, you're supposed to pretend like you're alright every single moment of the day. Or if something wrong with you, keep it inside, bottle it up because nobody else can help you. And to some extent it is true because if you feel depressed or if you feel away or you're not really happy, you just have anxiety and everything and you really do reach out to somebody, all they go do I tell you say, hey, me go through the same thing and me do this and me do that, or
they
go tell you
start
say
about for them problem.
Then talk about themselves, then go tell you about even simple things as telling you to go and pray. It is practical advice, and I'm going to tell you this that throughout my whole journey of life, of being a Christian, of feeling down, feeling depressed, prayer has always helped. And whether, regardless if me just need to whisper one regular little prayer or if me just need to just scream or shout, me know say God will listen to me. So it is a case that it does help. But there is so much more that's needed because your mental health cannot be just treated with just one thing. So you have to take yourself out of certain situations. You have to make yourself feel more comfortable. You have to make yourself feel better. So you have to make one change because the definition of insanity is just doing the same thing over and over and expecting the same one result, the same result. So it don't make no sense. You try the same thing over and over when it doesn't necessarily work for you. So telling somebody who is depressed that hey, just trust God. Just pray. As coming from a Christian's perspective, it is a case that I do trust God, and that's why I haven't made any attempts to kill myself. I haven't thought about it or anything like that.
But being depressed doesn't mean that you trust or love God any less.
Exactly.
It's just what you're going through at this moment and how you feel in this present moment.
Right. So back to being depressed and how work can be a contributing factor. My job is very stressful. I do sales. It's a very stressful job, but it has its reward. I'm not going to tell you that I have the worst job in the world. Actually, I could have told you that within my first week of working for my current workplace, I said to someone that I genuinely love my job, and I've been saying it for a while. But you know how work is and systems consistently change. I'm not a person who does well with change. I like consistency, and I like consistency to the level that if me agree to this, me expect to come and this.
Yeah.
So when those changes start happening and then there's nothing that you can do about it, and even despite you talking, I'm not a person who I like to talk and complain and that's a mistake. Honestly, if I wasn't a Christian, I'd just rather fight. I can't.
I just tell your mind straight up.
I just tell your mind straight up.
Like me,
I don't have the time to the complain and they go back and forth. Things because that I can't fix, I don't make it.
One of the worst things too, like me and you sit and we complain about all the issues, but when it actually come for any one of us to actually speak, everybody just quiet.
Exactly. Exactly. So with work, it's been stressful. It is a sales position, and if you know anything about any kind of sales, it doesn't matter what you sell. You could be a car salesman. You could have sell insurance. Anything that you sell. And this is not to discredit any other work position because every job comes with its stress.
Yeah.
But when you do sales, there's a whole next level of stress because with sales, basically you pay yourself. And once you get accustomed to earning a certain amount, and you see that amount start going
Down. With
it tells
bills going up.
exactly, and it tells you that you are not performing how you should perform. So that's an added stress when they pay you now because you tell yourself, say, hey, you're no longer good enough. You used to be this, but now you're here. And as far as I can see, you're going here.
Yeah.
But you should be here because this is what I expect of you. So it's all about even the struggles and the pressure where you put on yourself. So I'm a person that I hold myself to very high standards, and I'm pretty sure that everyone does. If you don't, that's your problem. No time for that. You need to get your standards up. But I hold myself to very high standards, and when I'm not accomplishing stuff, I tend to sit back, and I'm a person that I'll write, and I'll write down what's going on, why am I doing this, me so long and me overthink everything, and that's one of the overthinking is the killer of joy or some, whatever they said.
Because when you overthink, you come up with 1,000,001 scenario. Everything just a flash in your brain.
Right. So it is a case that I haven't been performing at my best, and it really started taking a toll on me. And because with everything, I don't think I've ever said it on this platform, but yes, I have a chronic illness which is fibromyalgia. And fibromyalgia, it comes with a lot of stuff. It comes with chronic nerve pain. There's tingling, your skin will burn you. There's depression, anxiety. You have you can't sleep, irritable bowel syndrome. Everything under the sun that you can think of is looped under this one condition. So I'm consistently in pain. I'm sitting here now, I'm in pain. But you get used to it over time.
Yeah, so you just have to deal with it.
So you just have to deal with it. You can treat it, but you can't cure it. So you just know, so you have to deal with it. So it's not something that you necessarily talk about and so on. So going to work and you're dealing with your own struggles. You have people out there who have kids. Their kids are sick. You have people where they have kids and they have to provide for these kids. They can't do it. So everybody have their own personal struggles, and then when you have your personal struggles and you put work struggles on top of all of that, it's a next kettle of fish. And then with you now, you already feel not good enough because you feel like you have to overperform
and try to fight the pain
exactly.
You feel and your own personal feelings.
Exactly. So on a daily basis, for me personally, I feel like I have to go harder than everybody else. Because if I don't, that means my illness wins. So now with fibromyalgia, which is every day, there is no change. It's every day. Some days are worse than some days I can't even manage to put on clothes. It's weird, but every day. So with fibromyalgia, and then not feeling good enough at work, and then you drop diabetes on the top of that. And then it's something new where you have to learn how to live with, you have to learn how to cope with it. And then you realize your performance. For my job, when you make errors at work, it literally comes out of your pay. Not your base pay, but your commission. But it's still your pay because you lose money. I'm not going to tell you that I don't make errors, but I can tell you that I don't make errors often. When I do make an error, 9 times out of 10, it's not something simple that, hey, you just never spell this correctly or you missed this there. So no. It's some process where I never knew or something like that. I don't really not get petty errors. And it's not a point of bragging or anything. It's just a point that I just take time out to do my work because I feel like, say, I deserve to be here. It's a competitive company. It's a competitive position. I deserve to be here, and I will forever hold my space here. Because there are a lot of persons who would like to be where we are. People who work at my workplace. No. A lot of persons would like our jobs. Because it's not that they pay better than most places, but it pays well, and you can pay yourself. So it gets challenging, and because you start get errors like back to back to back, and you lose a percentage, not just a set amount, you lose a percentage of whatever you earn. So if you earn $5,000, you lose 1% of that. So it's just like that. So here's the thing. So I've been getting errors, and other things have been happening at work. It's quite stressful because you have a lot of follow-ups and so on. And then I said it to someone at work, not necessarily in a higher up position, but I said it to someone at work that, hey, I don't know if I can do this anymore, and I'm really stressed and I can't manage. And then I was like, I'm not talking to the right person. And I remember I said it to one of my previous supervisors that I was asking to be transferred to another team because I couldn't. I just felt like, hey, this whole sales thing, I feel like I need to be in a department where I don't have as much follow-up, or I don't have as much work to put in or so on, but I have more time in between and so on. But I was rejected. I applied for a few other positions in other places, and I was also rejected because I don't know. Maybe I wasn't good enough, but I saw that other people who never did it. Girl is very salty, but in the long run, it kind of worked out because I didn't need to go over to that new team because what was that? No. But nevertheless, I've been making silent cries, and that's the thing. When it comes to your mental health, you have to take accountability. You have to realize that, hey, this is not about everybody else around you realizing that there's something wrong. It's nice that you can have someone around you who realizes that there's something wrong, but you have to realize for yourself that, listen, something really wrong with me. Something really wrong.
So what time you don't think that is? If you really acknowledge, say, hey, I'm having a problem, I need to either go to my supervisor, HR, or just to get the problem fixed. Even if you can actually take a couple of days off just to get your mind right.
Right. So for me personally, I wouldn't say I would pinpoint a specific timeline, but build relationships with the persons around you. I'm not telling you to go and kiss up to no manager, no
or
supervisor,
or
nobody, or just tell anybody your problem, you know. But you have to be mature enough, you have to be open enough to actually say, hey, there's a problem here, and it's going to, or it is affecting my performance. It's best if you can show them that it is affecting your performance. And even if you don't feel like you want to talk to a supervisor, listen to me. I'm not a trained professional. I have no authority on this topic. So don't say Kimon did say, no.
She's just sharing her personal experience.
But may I tell you, say, if you see that something is wrong with you, and you don't feel like going to somebody superior, because let's be honest, people living in your company sometimes they just want to know your business, and you don't really want to reach out to them, you know. But one of the things that you have to do, well, one of the things that it would be better if you did, not until you say happy, because we don't know your pocket, we don't know which mental state you're in, but speak to somebody. And I'm not talking about, it's nice to speak to a friend, it's nice to speak to your mother, but those people, they aren't
trained
or
trained
subjective.
professional.
Yeah, they're not trained. So speak to a therapist. It helps. Speak to someone who can help you, because despite the difference between a therapist and a family member, even your mother or somebody close to you, a friend, is that this person is going to help guide you. They're not going to tell you what to do. They're going to help guide you to the path that you need to be on. However, with a family or a friend, they go say, you know, I think you won't get that at a therapist. So I'm not telling you that, hey, go and go take up your money and go to a therapist today if you feel that nothing is wrong. But even when you feel okay, sometimes you need it. It's so necessary. And with me, and going back to even being at work, I was at work and I just had a day when I got errors back to back. I don't get errors like that, and it just so happened that I got to a space where I felt like I had to cry for somewhere between 15 minutes to an hour before the start of my shift every single morning. And if I'm on the phone with this year one, but me have to cry for my break time.
So she called for that break time and me I tell her, me have to just stay for the phone and listen.
Yeah,
So we not we can't do nothing else. And space so she in her.
And to be honest, this was when last week Thursday, when it all happened and I was there and I had a panic attack. And I didn't even realize that I'm having a panic attack until, because I have two supervisors. One of my supervisors said it to me and I was telling her that I can hardly breathe. And I realized that there was really something wrong because I had calls in the morning and I was literally crying on the calls. And people were asking me, are you okay? And I spoke to one customer, one customer, and the customer was even telling me about her fibromyalgia. And I was saying that, hey, I'm having a bad flare day too, and we were even talking about it and everything, and I felt a lot better. But after that, when I saw like one thing just streaming, one bad email, one next bad email, then one ton of follow-ups and stuff just coming back to back to back, there's nothing that I could do about them. There's nothing that I can change, and I just felt so lost. I felt like I don't know what I'm doing. I felt like everything when I do wrong, like why am I even here? Not to the point that I felt suicidal because I'm a hot girl. That might not matter. But I just did not feel good, and the only thing that could make me feel better is to start crying. And by the time I start crying, I can't breathe. Like everything just shut off. I can't manage to type anything. I remember one of my supervisors took me out of the phone, and I was just there, and it all just felt too much, and I couldn't stop crying. And I just called Debbie. I said, just stay on the phone with me. I don't need you to like. And she knew. I never need her to talk. I never need her to say anything. And that's the thing. If somebody's going through something and then call you and then keep them out shut, please.
True, man.
It sounds harsh, you know, but I'm going to be completely honest.
Yeah, just listen.
We don't need to hear that you understand.
Mm-hmm.
We don't, honestly, we don't even care if you understand or not.
And stop telling me, so, oh, go and pray. But this is not a praying thing. Me always a pray and me just want somebody to just
Correct,
listen.
everything is a praying thing.
No, not at this. No, but you always a pray.
But you don't need to tell me that I'm going to pray, because as a Christian it's my duty. And yeah, if you talk to somebody who is like Debbie, who is not a Christian, I still wouldn't even recommend to say, hey, go and go pray, because you don't know the mental state. Just listen to person.
Listen. Then listen first and then.
They say you have two of them and one of this for a reason.
True, man. Listen first.
Keep this closed and this open.
You know, a lot of persons don't know that. Immediately as you call somebody and you have some problem, you just listen if you start spill things.
Yeah,
just listen.
Don't tell me about your life experience. Don't tell me about Uncle Johnny who did have the same thing last year. I don't want to. It's just like grieving. And if somebody dies and you go to the family's house, you they rub them down and everything. That not even so bad, but you they say, boy, you know, say I see when mama did this, what mama did that, but he get better. Me no say go get better, sir.
But I just
right
want
now,
ball,
in
sir.
this moment,
Mama, I just want cry.
Don't tell me how to handle my grief.
Yeah.
Don't tell me how to handle my depression. So that's the thing. If somebody calls you, when we call Debbie, she just understood that, hey, we just need you to put up on the phone. You don't need to say nothing. And then I was like, even though at one point, like me, even though I talked to my mother, I wasn't really talking. I was just crying. But she was on the phone and everything. But like I went back on the system. That's because I'm working from home now. So I went back on the system just to send a message to my leaders and my HR manager, and I couldn't. I tackled the HR one first, and honestly, all I could do is say, hey, can you give me a call as soon as you're available? And then before I even click send, I just like, I can't breathe. And me start cry all over again. And it was just too much, and I didn't even realize that I clicked send. And she was calling me back. I logged off and everything because I couldn't handle it. I remember one of my supervisors called me and she was saying that, hey, just stay off my system first. I said, Dave, you're fine, don't worry about anything. And I was just to show you that not to pretend like I'm more dedicated than anybody, because honestly, me could have just stay in my yard and work. I'm okay with that. If I had someone to pay these bills, you not see me. Never again. So, it is a case that I was here and I was just like, I feel so bad that I'm leaving all of my work for somebody else and I have so much to get done and I can't meet my deadlines. Because, yes, at work I have timelines to work on everything, but I personally, once again, I hold myself to a different standard. So, when I say I'm going to do something within this timeline, it's not due within this timeline, it's due after. But I stipulate my timeline so that I can get everything that I need to get done. So it's just like I was just stressed about that, and my supervisors are, they're darlings, I can tell you that. It's just a case that everything just felt like it was all tumbling down at one time, and I could not do anything but lie there and cry. And I just wanted someone on the phone. I called someone else, and I remember that person was on the phone with me, and she talked to me until eventually I started making jokes and everything, because I can make a joke out of anything. It no matter if me depressed, if me a ball, if me a grieve, if me there on funeral, I can make a joke. So I'm just that person where, and it's one of the things that a lot of persons don't realize. If you check out a lot of comedic persons, they are going through a lot of things, but in order to cope, joking, laughing, making fun of things, it's one of their coping mechanisms. You will see somebody and you say, hey, you know, say John not take nothing serious. In a John head, and some things are work.
Exactly.
But John cannot afford to take anything overly serious, because it go from yes so to right yes so.
John
Yes so.
Mama, okay, your left side.
Potato. You ever watch Ninja Assassin? Girl hot in the funny. Right.
You really did that about people sure.
Oh, a long time sure.
I wish bad people had it. Really,
I'm thirsty. But a real thing though, people who are comedic, people who laugh a lot, and people who you think they won't take anything serious, they tend to be the overthinkers. They tend to be the ones who are going through a lot, and they use comedy or laughing as a way to mask their emotions and make themselves feel better. So let's see, I don't want to carry out that video too long enough. God, me can chat, you know? Can chat. And my complexion look good in that video.
We can do a part 2 where persons can actually share, can text us and just share your experience, your thoughts, and
yes, guys.
You know, so me tear up a blue shirt, they coming down to the same time you have on blue, you just up in a yourself.
I know, so shirt I may wear tomorrow though. Linda, listen, if you don't rewear your clothes without washing them, baby, what is you doing? What is you doing? But you're gonna make the color wash out and you're not wear it 10 times?
I say you look on jeans, true?
Yeah.
True.
Honestly, no. Me just can't bother to wash them. I have to wash them.
So, Kim, you want to tell me if you wear one jeans go downtown? You just come back and put in the wash?
No, I'm not washing.
Oh, you must be mad.
I tell you, say, the thing with jeans, I know because I don't want the color wash out. I could care less about the color.
You just don't want to wash it?
I just don't want to wash it.
Okay.
But anyways, guys, thank you so much for listening to me ranting. I wish that we had more of a support system here in Jamaica for mental health. I would really love to be a part of something like that. Yes.
Especially mental health in workplace, because that really needs to be considered seriously.
If you want to talk more about anything related to depression, or if you are having a problem, please, I'm open so that you
just to share information, because we
yeah,
can share
I'll listen. Yeah, we'll listen. So feel free to, you can message me at KJ
I bet you
Ash
know your Instagram.
underscore. So KJASH underscore on Instagram. We'll put it up on the screen. So you can message me there and we'll talk. Because I'm not a big texter, but as long as I don't find you to be a creep, Instagram also has this thing where you can call. So just send me a message before you call because I'm also not a caller. But we'll talk about it. Once again, I have no authority on this subject. We never got no school to talk about no mental health. But I know some really good articles that can help, that have helped me, that has talked about mental health, depression. I have some really good articles that I would love to share with persons. But you have to leave me one away. I won't post them in this forum. So we can get through this together. Because everyone has their vices, everyone has their things that are troubling them, and
adulthood that trouble me. Just being an adult that trouble me.
This is so ghetto.
If I did know that's so adult this year, that's their child.
Honestly, they never put me up there to come out.
And next story time. I smell a story time coming up.
They never come out at all.
She was forced.
She was forced at the house.
You always look here. Bye guys. Thanks for watching. Link us for part 2.
Yeah, to sing like Amari, you have to breathe. Like, share. What's up?
You tell me.
Subscribe. Tell a friend that come on, and Debbie, Kim X Debbie, Debbie X Kim is where it's at.
What is that?
Honestly, it's it's. But on a real level, who cares? Bye. So, talking about depression, right? So, what really is depression, and what are some words that are synonymous or similar to depression? So, you have like sorrow, misery, you have people call it in a funk or the blues or whatever. However,